everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to take you guys on a tour of a Swartzentruber Amish house. So let's do it. Alright, so this is kind of like the whole kitchen area right here. They have the kitchen table here, and then you got the stove, and then over here you have the cupboard, which every Amish house has, and this is where they store all their dishes. And pretty much every Amish woman has a dish set that they all have nice in there. This is their kitchen stove. This is where they do all their cooking and baking. But if you want to see the whole thing, how they heat their house and how the whole stove works, we made a separate video about that on our channel of how Amish people heat their house. So over here, we have the dry sink, and this is where they wash their dishes on. So I'm going to show you kind of how they set it up and everything. So right here, we have two little totes here, and one of them is for hot soapy water. The other one is just for clear water to rinse their dishes. So they wash their dishes in this one, and then they rinse them in here. And then we have a dish rack. Here's the dish rack that goes on this pan here. And so after they're washed and they're rinsed, then you stack them on here, and then they let them dry, or you can hand dry them with a towel. That's how they wash their dishes. And then right here is another little cupboard where it's just more storage for dishes and stuff. And then here is the pantry with all kinds of storage. This is where they keep all their food, that like their dry foods, their pastas, their whatever doesn't need to be cold, like in an ice chest or anything. Their flours and everything like that is all in there. And then they have their pots and pans in there too. So here we have the typical Amish clock. It has to be wind up. It cannot have a battery in it. And I'm going to show you guys what it sounds like. Pretty cool, huh? All right, let's go over here to this right here. Here they have an kerosene, what do you call this? Oh goodness, I'm lost. I'm at a loss for words, but
kerosene oven.
Kerosene oven. They call it eloffe. Offe in Pennsylvania Dutch that's a stove in English. But right here is the little tank where the kerosene goes in, and then it runs through a hose. Right there's the hole where it goes in. Right there. I'm going to just show you guys how you light this. You just turn the wick up, and then you light it. And then it's got to have a little bit of time to burn all the way around, but I'm going to put this down. You can see that it's burning all the way around. In the summertime, if it's really warm out, since they don't have AC in the house, this won't heat up the house like it does when you make fire in the wood stove. So they'll use this in the summertime. So to shut it off, you just turn the wick back down into the thingy, whatever you call it, and it'll just go out. I want to show you guys. See, it's all gone. Over here, we have what we'd call a mutt room, kind of. This is where they hang their clothes and everything. And this is their water basin. We call it a wäschbängle. But right here is where the pressure washer comes in. The way it gets pressure is they have a tank that is higher than this level, and then they have a gas engine on it, that pumps the water from the well into the tank. And then as it comes out of the tank down the hill through hoses, it creates pressure, and then it comes out of here. Just like that. And then of course here's the old-fashioned pump that most people also have. I mean, that one's really smooth. Wow. It's pretty cool. That was also made by an Amish welding guy. I can see that. All right, let's go into the living room now. So this is pretty much our typical Swartzentruber Amish living room. Over here we have a bureau, what they call a bureau. We probably call it a dresser, but this is something that most Amish women, when they get married, they get this from their parents as a gift. And then here we have our typical Amish rocking chair. There's a wood box, and here's the wood stove that helps heat the house and everything. And again, we have a separate video on that, how Amish people heat their house. You can go find that on our channel. Here is the Swartzentruber Amish sewing machine, and this is where they make all their clothes. Every Amish house has this because they make all their own clothes and everything. And then here we have a desk, and this is also something that when you get married, this is usually a gift to, usually the guy gets this as a wedding gift from his parents. They have all these cool patterns on their covers, and I think this is called a block pattern, something like that. But they make this all on their own, and just like the rocking chair has the same thing on it. Pretty much, it's very common for Amish houses to have their own pattern on here, and they can choose their colors of what they want. Of course, it can't be like a very bright color, but this is the lamps they use. And they typically they have like 2 or 3 of them in the living room and a couple of them in the kitchen. That's how they light their house in the evening, because there's no electricity. And I think that pretty much wraps up the tour of a Swartzentruber Amish house. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.